Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 5th. This week, we are just going to jump right in here, as always, Aries. And sorry, this deck is not cooperating, but you have this arrow card. It says you're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You have this pig. It says beware of greed. I actually feel, pigs are symbols of luck, and that's like the first thing that popped into my head. So, I kind of feel like you're entering into a lucky time, which I'm pretty sure I said to you recently. And, if I did, then I definitely feel it's true. So, I think that, of course, luck is just preparation, us being prepared to take something to the next level. Like, are you kidding me? Right there. So, a lot of you are kind of like getting prepared to take something to the next level, literally, or this could be figuratively as well, I feel. This could be your love life. Look, you have the Queen of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups in your first row, Page of Cups. So, again, if you're interested in love, definitely could be what's going on here, but in your first row, you have the Queen of Cups, Death card, and the Ten of Cups. So I would say something is changing, and, I feel like your heart is changing. Queen of Cups represents your heart, and, she, follows her heart as well, and she really values her feelings, how she feels about things in life. And so I feel for a lot of you that you are kind of either following your heart or your heart is changing on something, like how you feel about something is changing. I don't know. That's what keeps popping into my head, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. So there you go. I would also trust your intuition on whatever this is. Like if you're changing your mind about something, I feel that you could be getting intuitive hits. I feel like your intuition is right because we have Ten of Pentacles all the way over here. Ten of Pentacles, of course, is building, leaving a legacy, which I definitely would recommend if I were you, Aries. I think Aries has a really good opportunity to build anything long-term. Like if you want to build something long-term that lasts, whatever it is, now would be the time to put in the work. You have the Death card, so there is some sort of change going on for you. I feel like you've been going through I would say like a longer change than most people. I think that your change started right at the beginning of COVID, and whatever that was, 2019 or something like that. And so you've been thinking about making a change since that time. I think that it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. Yes, you could say. Like, I'm not talking about COVID. Like, someone always brings that up, and I'm always like, yes, I understand that COVID was a roller coaster. I lived it. I was there. I survived. Here I am, right? But what I would say is this is different. It's like, I think this is more of a personal roller coaster. Like, even if COVID didn't happen, right? I think that this is something that is more your personal life, the direction you want to go in your life, who you want to be, all those, like, deep changes. And so I feel that has been more of a roller coaster. You have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. I love readings where you have both, where you have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, so it kind of represents good things coming in after a difficult period of time. The Ten of Pentacles is just a card of, building, leaving a legacy, and it can be a card of great wealth as well if you are hoping to improve your finances. So, looks amazing. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Hangman. Hangman is a card of hanging in hangman mode, obviously. So some of you could be stuck in hangman mode or feel like you have been stuck in hangman mode. And I kind of feel you are finally moving forward, or you are finally making progress. This to me looks like a progress reading in a lot of ways as well, because again, you have the next level card, so it's like you're taking something to the next level. If you've also been waiting for something here, this could be communication with a person, it could be approval for something as well. The Page of Cups can be an admirer, but the Page of Cups can also just sometimes be an offer. So if you've been waiting for a job offer or something like that, I feel that could be coming in. With the Death card, you have the Empress. See, I feel like you have learned, I know what this is here, Aries, as well. I think you've learned lessons in regards to your value. So you could have, since COVID times, experienced relationships where people didn't value you. You could be in jobs, or you could be feeling like whatever you work on in life, that you are not being appreciated for the things that you're doing. And, I almost feel that you are putting yourself on a pedestal. You have this building blocks card at the end, and that building blocks card is a card of lifting yourself up. We're definitely going to talk about that. And so, that's what I'll say there. But, I kind of feel like you're putting yourself on a pedestal in the right way. Like some people, they overestimate what their value is, right? I think you are exactly perfectly estimating your value, And so it's kind of like you are demanding your value, or you are making changes in your life to get your value. With the Ten of Cups, you have the King of Cups. Could be a water sign. I mean, geez, you have so much water here. Queen and King of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, but it could be any sign. This is a general reading. But I do feel like you could be attracting a very loving, kind of like supportive person. Probably someone who wants a family, obviously. I would say this person more wants to build and leave a legacy. So they probably want something, a little bit longer term, or, they want something with like where there's like a deep connection. So I definitely feel that there is a connection coming in here. Also, sometimes I feel that the King of Cups can be a move, and some of you I feel could be moving. Next, you have this next level card. It says taking your finances or business to the next level. Again, like I said, I think your 2024 reading, just the yearly reading, was really good for finances. And again, I think that it's an 8-year. If you put the work in, you'll get the money out, right? So I think money could be improving. You have this rescue card. Says someone in your life may need help getting back on track. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Just don't give up. Yes, I definitely feel you should not give up towards something that you're trying to level up. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record here, but I think for a lot of you that, for Aries, that this is about something about taking something to the next level. All your readings for a while have said this, and trust me, I get plenty of comments where people are like, you repeat yourself. I'm like, well, you need to clean out your ears and hear it anyway. Why haven't you changed yet? But also, things don't happen overnight. That's like why readings don't change. Like when you are working on a change, you're working on it probably for years at a time. So, really, it's like, I would not trust a reader if their readings were always different, because that's not how life works. For the most part, we have like a couple of main themes in our life that we work on from for a couple of years at a time, maybe, and then we change, right? So, I think that one of your big themes in life is creating a big change, or having some sort of change in your life that leads to more growth, success, abundance, whatever the case may be here. You have the Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Judgment card. I do feel like some of you, if you are interested in love, that you could be waking up to a person. There's a lot of this energy going around right now for whatever reason. But again, if you like work with a person, or you socialize with a person because you have the Three of Cups here, so again, if there's a person in your social circle or work circle, like you could all of a sudden be like, that person is kind of attractive. That's kind of the energy that I get here, is that sudden thought like, oh, I am interested in this person. So again, if you're becoming interested in a person, I think that this could be a good person for you. If you do not want love, and even if you do, I feel that there is an opportunity that you really need to grab onto. It's kind of interesting because I feel like your life, the best way I can say it is like, I don't want this to sound wrong, Aries, so take this with a grain of salt. It's almost like you have taken it as far as you can. But here's what I don't mean this is, that's not, what I'm saying is this is not as far as you can go. I think that maybe you have reached the top as far as like, what you have learned through life, maybe how you were raised and things like that. It's like you've reached this point where it's like past this point is things that you don't know, things that you're going to have to learn. And so I think the name of the game for you is exploration, because you have the Knight of Wands. It's like if you don't know how to do something, do it anyway, or also educate yourself on it, and that will probably lead to success, or that's where the real growth will happen. It's almost like, the universe has, put you through school, and I feel like I just said this to Pisces probably, but, you two always get very similar readings anyway. It's almost like the universe has put you through school, and it's like now you're graduating school, but maybe you want to stay in school. And I feel like this reading is saying like, no, don't be a super senior, as we called them back in the day, right? It's time to graduate, time to go to college, or, time to get a job or something like that. You have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is a card of teamwork. I kind of feel like you do a lot better of a job than you think as well. Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. And sometimes I feel it comes up when people like overestimate what they need to be able to accomplish to do something. And I get that feeling for you where, if you're like starting a business or a side hustle, I think you are overestimating just how much you need to do. Like you could be trying too much to, like you could be trying to over deliver too much is what I'm trying to spit out here. And there's nothing wrong with over delivering, of course not. But at the same time, again, I think that you are greatly overestimating what a good job looks like. And I think when we do that, sometimes we don't get started, right? That's when we don't start our projects or whatever, because we think that we have to do way more than we actually have to do. So I think that this is saying keep it simple, which is a weird message to get on the Three of Pentacles, but that's what I'm getting. You have the Judgment card here. Again, I kind of feel like you're becoming aware of something. I feel you could be becoming aware of a person. I also feel there's like a golden path being laid out for you going this way. I think that you could be becoming aware of an adventure that is going to lead to the Ten of Pentacles, So it's almost like there's like some sort of gold rush. I don't know. It's like popping into my head like some sort of gold rush for you or something. I don't think that's literal. I think this could be like maybe you become interested in a new study or something like that. That's like a new technology field or a new whatever the hell you want to call it, new career or something like that. And it could be like a modern day quote unquote gold rush. So I would go for it. With the Page of Cups, you have the Emperor. Right here. Are you kidding? Emperor and Empress, definitely divine counterparts. So there could be a really solid connection coming in for you. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like your fortunes are changing, but I think this is you. Like, you have changed your fortunes in some way, and, I think this is going to lead to a lot more success. I kind of feel like you're destined for this gold rush path, whatever you want to call it, that's going on here. Again, this gold rush, I think, could be like a modern day gold rush is what I was hearing. This could be like something like a new career that you learn about. I do think there is something about learning about it. Like, you're going to have to educate yourself, or you're going to have to go back to school, something like that. So, again, if you are getting those opportunities, then I would, definitely take advantage of those opportunities. Especially if your boss like wants to pay for it or something like that, then, or, if your job is going to pay for you to go back to school, I would do it. With the Judgment card, you have the Fool. Yeah, a positive new beginning coming in for you here. So for a lot of you, I would take the leap of faith on the gold rush, whatever this gold rush is. It could be anything. Maybe you, the reason I'm saying it like this is because it's almost like you are capturing, something is capturing your attention. It's almost like you're like noticing a trend, let's put it that way. It's like you are seeing a trend in the world or in your life, and you're like, oh, this is going to be big. Like, if you have that feeling, then I would move in that direction, especially if it's like a new technology. Again, I'm cheating a little bit. We have Uranus and Taurus. So any new technologies, any new ideas are going to be very successful. In your next row for what's coming towards you, you have this card that says, there's nothing outside of you that can fulfill you. I said this, you've like learned to put yourself on a pedestal here. It says, embrace what you've learned and cherish your experiences because they are divinely fated. Yes. I feel like everything is adding up to something. It is almost like, there's a saying from Steve Jobs that you can't connect the dots looking back. You can only connect them, or you can't connect them looking forward. You can only connect them looking back. But I kind of feel like some of you need to connect some dots from the past, because if you add everything up, like everything that you've been through in life, and I'm pretty sure I've said this to you before, I'm having major deja vu. If you added everything up in your life that you've been through, like, I think you would see what the next step should be, if that makes sense. Like, you're saying to yourself, these things that I've been through are almost like prerequisites for, getting this job or doing this business or getting into this type of a relationship. It's almost like if you just added everything up, you would see that you meet the standard, or you meet, some sort of prerequisite or something. I know that's a weird message, but that's definitely what I'm getting here in this row. You have the King of Wands, which again is you, Aries, showing up in a very strong position. You show up twice here. Whenever you show up as yourself, it really puts you in a position of power and strength. So, I like when people show up as themselves in a reading. It puts you in a position of power and strength. You have the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands is about going on an adventure. So again, I kind of feel there is this like golden path that is coming up for you, whatever you want to call it. And I feel like this path is something that you are meant to be on. But again, remember what I said about, it's almost like you can't see past a certain point. And that would make sense. It's like when you think back, back to the real gold rush, it's like there were like 18-year-olds that were, going to Alaska to farm, I almost just said farm for gold, to like look for gold. And they had they had no clue what they were doing. They were like stepping into it was like a great adventure, And I feel like some of you could be going on a great adventure that is, obviously you're not going to Alaska, although maybe you are, but I think that it's kind of like the Wild West. You're jumping into something new. That's clearly for someone. You have this Magician card. I feel like you attracted this, whatever it is. I feel like you are attracting, clearly abundance into your life. And so, really good stuff coming in here. If you're looking for love, by the way, again, you could be attracting love. I wouldn't really call this a love reading. Sorry, the deck was upside down. So let's not do that again. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. There's something that you're probably walking away from. You have the Devil here. The Devil is coming up in the area of the good stuff, which we'll talk about that. I actually like the Devil in the good stuff. So, that's what I'll say there. But, I feel for a lot of you that you could be walking away from things that are causing problems. With the Knight of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. Yeah, see, there is an element of permanence, or what I would call permanence in this reading. Again, you being born so close to Taurus that, Jupiter being in Taurus, even though it is going to leave in the, the middle of the year here, practically into Gemini, and we have Uranus and Taurus still, it's like that energy, I think, is going to make you very much more focused on building long-term things. So, I know that's a very general message, but it is. I think Aries is definitely one of the signs that is, going to be focused on making sure that they, create long-term security financially and also in love and, whatever else you're doing. So I don't think this is like a bad thing. I think you're just, focusing on security. With the Magician, you have the Five of Wands. I feel like you've learned through challenges and competitions. I'm also hearing like step up to the plate as well or something like that. Like I think it's almost as if, this is not accurate. This is not popping into my head, but sometimes I get messages where it's like a half-assed message where it's just like, I'm like, is that really the message? But I'm going to say it anyway, right? It's almost as if you are being given a chance to prove yourself here. It's like you are kind of being asked to step up to the plate. The universe is saying like, hey, now is your opportunity to prove that you've learned all these prerequisites. Like I was saying earlier, it's like I said, it's like you've been through college or school and you learned all these skills, and now is your chance to like put all those skills together and use them, in a new career or a new relationship or whatever you've been learning. It doesn't really matter. At the end here for the good stuff, you have this breathe card and you have this building blocks card. Yeah, I feel like you're building yourself up. Again, you can see on this building blocks card that those blocks are falling around her and they're kind of like lifting her up on a pillar. So again, like all of the pieces of the puzzle are coming together. Again, like I just said, all the things that you've learned are coming together, and now you're being asked to use what you've learned for the real thing, because it's probably going to lead to wealth. You have the Ten of Pentacles. This doesn't even have to be financial wealth. It could be, any form of abundance. So whatever you're trying to create, I feel you are creating here with the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, like building, leaving a legacy. Like I've said before, it's pretty much impossible for anyone to not do this because, all the energy in Taurus really wants us to build and leave a legacy. I would say it's more about nurturing something into existence because of Taurus energy. We need to make sure that if we're working on something that we are like really, nurturing it into existence. We are giving it time, effort, attention, raising it up, getting it, taking care of it, and also taking care of ourselves as well. So that's what I would do there. You have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is a celebration. So I feel for a lot of you that there is a celebration, or you're about to have some sort of celebration. I also feel that some of you, this could be some sort of reunion coming in for you as well. So, but it's like you could be, I don't know, I have something popping into my head about someone moving back home or something. I feel like I've said that to you before as well. So someone out there, some Aries is clearly like moving back home, and it could be that type of, that type of reunion. And finally, you have the Devil. I feel like some of you are eliminating bad habits, or you're just kind of like more focused. It's kind of weird. I get like a focused energy on the Devil, but that kind of makes sense. It's showing up in the good stuff. Obviously, if you get rid of some bad habits, or if you even have bad habits, then you would be more focused. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is about tactics. He is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background. So instead of going to war, he's stealing the swords. It basically says, is there another way to go to war? For you, it says, like, is there another way for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish instead of, like, making it so difficult on yourself, right? So I feel for a lot of you, this could be you simplifying your life or making things easier. With the Three of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. This is probably like a past life connection, I would say. I really feel there is, I'm telling you right now, like, this is a good year for love for you, Aries. Even if you're like saying, I don't want love. I think some of you could be surprised. And again, I'm not saying that anyone has to do something they don't want to do, but, I really think you could be very pleasantly surprised, when you connect with a person or when you meet a new person, because, it looks to me like there could be a new connection coming in for you. Could be a little different than what you would normally go for, but looks good. With the Devil, you have the King of Swords here. King of Swords about knowledge and wisdom. The whole entire reading is encouraging you to use everything that you have learned to be successful. So there you go. You have this Endurance card. I feel like you've been super patient. I feel like you've been waiting for things in your life to change, and, it's just taken time. So, there you go. I feel like you've been patient, you've been waiting, and, that's that. And things are starting to change in your life. You have the Submission card. This is those moments right here. You see this this bird is in a cage, but the cage door is open. And I think that these are those moments where you say to yourself that you can't do something, or or that you're like not capable of accomplishing something, or whatever things you tell yourself in your head, right? And so I kind of feel this is about setting yourself free and more needing to believe in yourself or believe that you're capable of accomplishing great things. You have this inheritance card, Ten of Pentacles. Some of you could be literally receiving an inheritance. Obviously, you would know about it. This could also be inheriting ideas. Again, I think a lot of people could be, especially you Aries, could be getting a lot of good ideas, but like more from your intuition. You have all these water cards, so even if that's not other people in your life, it could say, hey, it's a good time to like meditate and pay attention to your intuition, because you could be getting a lot of ideas from, the ether, whatever you want to call it. You have the Discovery card. Yes, there is this gold rush going on in your life. This right here. So I feel like you need to, there's like some sort of gold rush. It's like a modern day gold rush. Like I said, it could be a new technology. It might be more personal as well. It's like, I really don't have any good ideas here, Aries, but what I would say is that it's almost like, you see something trending, or you see a trend that you could jump on, and I would pay attention. It might be very random. Like you might randomly, learn about an idea on TV or something, and I would pay attention to those things, because those random ideas, that's kind of like where it's at right now and could lead to a lot of success. You have this idealism card. Could be an Aquarius that you're attracting as well. Water, Taurus stands out to me. Air in general. Could be any sign. General reading. Could be another Aries. But, I think that for a lot of you, this could be a very solid connection. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.